In this video guide, we're going to see quickly some effects using Adobe Premiere Rush. We already created some videos about Premiere Rush previously, but in this video we will focus in other effects that we can get. Now, I already created here a sequence of videos, which is really simple in Adobe Premiere Rush. So I can add effects, transitions. You can work with movements and also changing the speed and other effects that we're going to see in this guide. So here on the right side, we find a toolbar with the various graphical effects that we can add, or we can work with transitions right here. And then we can do coloring and apply filters, and we can work with timing, so you can speed up, we can do slow motion effects or like time-lapse effects, and we can crop, resize, we can add audio files and effects and so on. So there is an entire tool set, but it's way easier than using like Premiere Pro or other video editors. So usually just click and drag and drop the effect like this. So these are transitions. So basically you can use a transition just by clicking, dragging and dropping in the middle between two different images or videos. So I started with videos, but you can do easily also an image sequence. You can do a slideshow using images that you put in, and then you can animate them to make them look more alive in a way. So I'm gonna navigate. You can navigate in your local folders or in your remote folders. From the left, you can select the files from your computer, and you can choose also a sequence. So if you go like with a precise order of numbers, so that's going to go from number 1 to number 5, and then you create the image sequence, and there you go. So it's right there. Now the timing for each one of these clips is like predefined, but you can change it. You can click on the edges, you can extend, you can make it longer or shorter, and then you can apply effects for each single one of these images. You can add graphics like infographics, text, title, and other overlays. And then here again, you can go back in transition and add transition also between images, in order not to have like quick cuts between one and the other image, but like a slow fading and a more like mild situation. You can also increase the duration or decrease the duration of the transition if you want to have more slow effects. And pan and zoom, so we can activate pan and zoom, and this is really interesting for the images. So it's like simulating an animation, which is moving the image and zooming the image. So it's simulating what happens with the cameras when you do a shot. So let's do something else here. So you can switch, go to end and go to start. So the end will represent the end of this clip, this animation, and the start will represent the start. So this could end in this part of the image that maybe I want to point out, I want to announce, and I can start from here. So once I define the start and the end, and they are different, I will have the animation. If they are the same, you will not have the animation, of course. So this is kind of a zoom in animation. You can also do zoom out. You can also do a movement like a horizontal movement, vertical movement. So it's all a matter of how you set up the go to end and go to start. So this is the end again. So I'm going to push this down, and then I want to push up the start. So when I play back this animation, you can see it's moving vertically. And then I can do the same thing horizontally. So if let's use this other image. So activate again the pan and zoom, go to the end, go to the start, and define just two different position for this. So change the size, try to not try to figure out before what the movement will be. So this will go like from right to left. So I want to do the opposite. So I'm gonna put the start section here and the end on this other side, and then push this up like this, and then play back and see what's gonna happen. And you can see now a vertical, not a vertical, sorry, a horizontal movement from left to right. And then you can go on like this and create really simple, quick, and easy the video sequences or image sequences or slide. Now I am in pixels because I want to get a video on, and I want to work with that video using Reframe, using a little bit of adjustments. So I like this video here, motorcycle, because it's moving, so we can fix it a little bit. We can use the reframe. Reframe is basically an effect that will let you track a little bit the subject of the video. Now here you will find the author and all the information. If you want, you can also support the author, you can follow him, you can donate, and etc. etc. You can go here, free downloads. I'm gonna download the full HD, it's gonna be fine, yeah. Otherwise you can get like lower resolution or higher if you want. And then I'm gonna play back this in Adobe Rush. I already created a new project and inserted this. I'm gonna go quickly here in the filter. So I'm gonna apply a nice filter, or maybe do some more color correction. And then I want to jump here to the speed. So you can affect the overall speed of the video or just one part of the video. So you can define a range where you want to work. And then here is not doing anything at the moment. So I just define a range. You can see it also here in the timeline. So if you click on these little hour clocks, you can, well, not hour clocks, but like chronometers, and you can define the range where you want to act. So in here, let's say I want to increase the speed. So I will increase the range speed to 200 approximately. And you see here that in that moment, it's going to go quicker. It's going to be increasing the speed. Otherwise, if I go like 26%, for example, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to do a slow motion effect. And be careful with that because you need a lot of frames to do, a lot of slow motion. You can also change the speed by affecting the duration, or changing the speed will affect the duration, because if you increase the speed, you will have less duration. If you decrease the speed, you will have more duration of the clip. And you can put a ramp if you don't want like a sudden change of the speed, or you want something more soft, just like the transition. It's like a transition, but not using the image, using the time. You can also choose if you want to maintain the auto pitch, and here you can work a little bit also with effects and volume and sounds. But I want to go and show you the reframe, because these others you can just figure out yourself. They're pretty easy. This is to change the position again of the entire image, the opacity also. If you want, you can flip it, you can uh, crop it around. So it's really easy. And once you get going to test all these different effects, you can reset by clicking on this little arrow here. And now you can see that everything went back to the original. And let's go back to the effects. You can see auto reframe is locked at the moment. So to unlock it, we need to change proportion. We are now in vertical. You can see here like mobile, or you can do like Instagram square, and try to focus on, so let's say we want to focus on this girl and on the motorcycle. So this is what Reframe will do. It will try to follow that a subject which can be identified with the air, and try to put it always in the middle. The more the subject is recognizable, the better it is. You can see now auto reframe is on, so I can just click and activate it. And once it's activated, it's just gonna figure out things automatically and autonomously. So you can see that it's following the characters here in the motorcycle. And if I turn it off, you will see that those will kind of go a little bit off and outside the main area. So this is what auto reframe will do in Adobe Rush and in other software. It's basically a tracking effect that will try to keep the action always in the middle, especially if you change again the resolution, the proportion of your clip. So this will be all for this video guide. If you enjoyed, please subscribe to the channel to stay updated for more. And if you want to support us, you can join the channel as a supporter. You will also find a lot of video courses and videos, guides in this channel about video editing, video effects, and also 3D animation, 2D animation, and much, much more. So feel free to explore and use the search bar if you're looking for something specific. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.